Sage Wanderer here, coming at you from my shotgun shack in the Texas Outback. So what's in my lap here is my computer, and I'm going to be referencing it for this video. Earlier today I did a video where I talked about the unsavory topic of abortion, and the discussion came up about what's happening with the fetal tissue that comes from these aborted fetuses. Once again, parental discretion is advised, and many of you stated on my channel like it was a fact that they're putting fetal tissue or baby bodies from aborted fetuses in Pepsi products, okay? And I kind of, each one I tried to address and go, well, look, I think it's an urban legend. I've researched this. I can't get to the bottom of it. And so, you know, if you've got any proof, provide it for me. And several people gave me clickable links, and, you know, and I'm waiting for all of the information to come in. But I want you to know what I have found out. I want you to know that I've been researching Senomyx, which is the company that's supposed to create this flavor enhancer that's supposed to be made from aborted fetuses. Don't. I hate to be, you know, lighthearted about this, but I guess you got to laugh to keep from crying that we're even having this conversation. But the fact of the matter is, I think this statement is false. I think this is an urban myth and an urban legend. So let me tell you what I uncovered, because I did research this topic because I wanted to do a coffee talk about it. But a lot of times I can't get enough information to even make a legit coffee talk. So this is going to kind of be a debunking video, because I'm just going to share with you what I found out. I found out that all of these claims that there's fetal tissue being used in Pepsi products all comes from a single source. And it's an anti-abortion activist group called Children of God for Life. And they make this statement like it's fact over and over again. And the thing is that there's A, no proof for it, and B, they're only making the statement to begin with because they've either intentionally misrepresented the facts or they just don't understand the science behind what they're talking about. So what is Senomyx guilty of? The Senomyx is the people that make this flavor enhancer. Okay, here's what they will admit to. Here's what I believe is the truth. I think they're telling us the truth, that there is no aborted baby fetus tissue in any of these products, and not in the Senomyx product. What they are saying is that they have invented an artificial taste bud. So what they have done is that they used a human embryonic kidney. What's the word it's looking for here? HEK 293, which let me get a little further down here. Okay, so for decades, researchers have used this cell, this embryonic cell. And it's HEK 293. This embryonic cell did come from an abortion that was performed in the 1970s. And what they did is that they took this cell and they've been replicating it. So it's kind of like cloning. So they've been essentially growing a virus that came from this cell, and they've been perpetuating it, kind of like when you have sourdough bread and you keep saving the sourdough back and create more sourdough from the previous loaf of bread, and you've kept the same enzyme alive in some cases for 20 generations. It's been passed down from person to person. You know, this living enzyme they keep making bread from for decades, centuries even. And it's kind of what they did with this embryonic cell that they harvested for research from a Norwegian abortion in the 1970s, and that they used this then for experimental purposes, for research, and for testing. And so Senomyx does use this, and they used it for the purpose of creating an artificial taste bud. Essentially, they've regrown a taste bud so they can put a flavor on this artificial taste bud, and by how it reacts to the input, they can then decide what it might actually taste like. So is it icky? Yeah. Should there never been the first abortion in the 1970s? Yeah. Are you cannibals for drinking Pepsi? No. No. And thank goodness now I can drink a Pepsi product again. Because come to find out, it's in Coke too. These flavor enhancers that are engineered through the process of creating this artificial taste bud to make decisions on how they're going to develop the flavor palette. So I hope I put to rest the urban legend that there are that there's baby tissue from aborted fetuses in Pepsi products. And I'm not sponsored by Pepsi. Actually, I'm a Coke guy. I don't really drink Pepsi, although Mountain Dew's pretty good. But I hear it's really bad for you, so I don't drink it that often. And I haven't drank it since I first heard about Senomyx. But I'm glad I got to the bottom of it, and I realized that the worst thing they're guilty of is using this embryonic replicated tissue from a liver of an aborted baby from 50 years ago. And they're not the only ones using it. Like everybody uses this HEK293 cell that's been replicated. So I hope I can help you. It's bad out there. There's a lot of evil stuff going on. I just don't think this is one of them. You know, and you can get all bent out of shape if you want. Call me a shill and tell me I work for the New World Order. But really, I'm just a researcher. And you know, CBS News covered this in detail in 2011. I think that was before really things got bad with the fake news. And I've backed up that research. I've followed. If you can provide me with anything in the bottom, you know, in the comment section below, that isn't anything but just more people talking about it like it's a fact. If you can give me some other reference besides this HEK293, you know, cell being used by them, then by all means, please offer it up. I'd like to do a coffee talk on this. You know, but I can't even find enough information to make a good coffee talk out of it. I think it's propaganda. It's propaganda and slander, and I'm surprised that they haven't sued these people, except, you know, I guess Pepsi's making so much money they don't care and nobody's listening. A part of me I don't wish it was true because that's so awful, but I wish we caught him at something so real and we had some proof. I wish we had some proof to catch him at it. I do. You know, because I think there's a lot of evil stuff going on. I just don't think this particular thing is it. And, you know, what can I say? It was a journalistic dead end. I never talked about it because it was a journalistic dead end. And now that people are talking about it on my channel, I decided to really dig in deep to what I found and basically do a debunking video. So if you got any proof, share it with me because I'd love to see it. But it just seems like a really gross urban legend. It started out from some propaganda, and it's bad that they're using this to me, you know, but there's a lot worse stuff going on that we should put our efforts on. And when we parrot things that aren't provable and that don't have a real strong connection to reality in the truther community, then all we do is hurt our own message, and we hurt the actual truth when we find it. So hope you enjoyed this video. I guess I'll make another run into town to upload it. If you like my videos, please support me. It does cost me money to make a video. I don't have high-speed internet access out here, so to upload a video, I've got to go and sit under one of them giant 4G towers, and it's about a 20-mile drive from me. One way, so like a 40-mile round trip. And even though I got a Corolla, it takes gas money, and so if you want to support this channel, keep the videos coming, send your donations to P.O. Box 2915, Weatherford, Texas 76086, and you know, you can address the love to Sage Wanderer. But I hope I could clear this up for you. I'm not trying to harass you if you've been spreading this information. It's just I tried to prove it, and I've actually disproved it, I think beyond a reasonable doubt. So anyway, we'll see you next time. God save our republic.